With the Reece event, this brotherhood has reignited a lot of guys in their daily lives, and it's something in our culture that's been lost. It's been a lost characteristic amongst people, and that's one of the greatest things about this event is that little Reece and George and our entire team have reignited what that brotherhood means to each one of us, and it's up to us to continue that legacy. Reprogram the way you think about what mindset means to you, because that is the most important thing that you can do for yourself in general. That's where it all starts, how we think and how we apply our thinking process to everything that we have going on. For the rest of the weekend, you guys should be conscious of what's going on with your buddy next to you, what reps you're getting in, and what's going on with your surroundings, okay? There's a reason that we spend time training the basics. We always talk about a professional as somebody that masters the basics. So that's why we feel it's important at this event, especially the Reece, that guys come in and get a great understanding of the basic fundamental movements of combatives, firearms, and everything in between.
So I'm here, I go up above my head, I'm gonna breathe out as I do it so I don't knock the wind out of myself. I'm gonna pull my arms down, I'm gonna push my chest forward, and I'm out of it. All right? Nice. I'll go last.
There's a very specific reason that people in our culture and our warrior brotherhood wake up early every single day to grind, get after it, and crush everything. It's to set that standard and spark your mind and your body to attack what lies ahead. Whether it's training, our daily lives, working out, family, this event, details. It always comes back to the details. The details that are the glue in everything that we do. And we have to stay disciplined enough to know how important those small things can add up over time to make us all better at what we apply ourselves to. There is nothing more important than forging your mindset. It is the base foundation off of every action, every decision, every move, and everything that you accomplish in your life will be based on how you program the way you think.
Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Move up! Don't fucking move! I swear to God, don't fucking move!
The FTX portion, the full training exercise, is really designed for this event to bring it all together. We find ways to mess with the guys, to build it up, to put them in uncomfortable positions, and really make them push themselves mentally and physically. Then ultimately, at the end of it, they have to go through a scenario, a very realistic scenario that makes them realize what reality could be. And it really tests their mental fortitude, mindset, and ability to perform what we've been training over the last couple of days. And we always see some good stuff translate to that reality.
Push up. Up.
Initially, this came about to help raise money for Reece's Special Needs Trust that'll help provide that lifetime of full-time care so that financial burden doesn't fall to his brother and sister, because that's what really keeps my wife and I up at night is that piece of it. And my wife and I stay up when we finally get the kids to bed, we sit on the couch and we grab that glass of wine. That's the stuff that we talk about. We just say, wow, how incredible is this that Reece has brought us all these people together, and it's his legacy. And we have him to thank for showing us how strong we can be to deal with this, and then how incredible it is to bring these people together, these personal relationships and everything else that's come from it. So that's really his legacy. I think will be that, and hopefully eventually helping other kids that are in the same. From the bottom of my heart, my wife's and our whole family, thank you. Like I said, my best friends in the world are in here now, and it's brought some of us together. Like I haven't seen Eddie since Baghdad in 2004, 5, or 6 or something. And then today, here you are, like absolutely incredible.
When we leave here this weekend, this won't be the end of what's happened. This is the 3rd year we've gotten together. And when you think about that warrior and guardian relationship, we've truly redefined what that means for us in today's modern age. You can't measure the impact that Reece has had on everything that we've done, what Andrew's done, what George has been able to do, and what we've all done as a team. And like I said, I truly believe it's been born out of love. And I don't think anybody loves harder than a warrior and a guardian. I think if you truly embrace that lifestyle, you understand the connection of all of our actions on a daily basis. So I challenge you guys to continue that legacy that Reece has created, and that really has reinvigorated what that means to us, redefining the warrior-guardian relationship for the future of our culture, for the future of our kids, for the future of everything that we stand for. You know, it doesn't end here. We walk out of this room and I live every day to make an impact in this country for the better. You know, I see what's wrong with it. You know, the older I get, the more I understand, the more educated I get. So it's really up to all of us as leaders. And I'll just end with the same thing that I started with, is that I'm humbled to be given the opportunity to recognize that that's our duty as warriors and guardians, to continue to redefine what that means and set a standard that people are going to look to.
It seems like 40.
Yeah, baby. Aaron's almost long. Going once, going twice. So.
The auction of the Reece event is always another fun time. After the FTX, we're building brotherhood, continuing to build that camaraderie, and we always get to bid on some really cool stuff that everybody brings together, but ultimately, it's all to raise more money to bring to the table for Reece. And then there was the dead animal room, a room unlike anything that we've ever seen before. We would brief in the house that we were staying in, and we thought that was the trophy room. And then we went to the real trophy room, and what an unbelievable display of excellence and effort. The Reece was started from a warrior brotherhood, literally guys wanting to take care of each other. And Reece, to a lot of guys, is a warrior. He's strengthened guys in their lives more than he'll ever know. And the legacy that he continues to leave to this day is what he will leave behind. Being able to work with him and George, Dynamis, and all the brothers and warriors that have come together to make this event possible has been huge. It started from a conversation, and it's turned into so much more than that, and ultimately, it will leave a humble legacy for us all. It is so important to remain humble in everything that we do. And Reece has given that back to us, to remain humble in everything that we do. That was the word that came out of this. The second one was legacy. So there is a humble legacy that we all need to think about forging and building for the rest of our lives. And Reece has been the catalyst to all that. It's been the number one thing that we've all came together for, and it's made us all stronger.